happened to me yesterday. That strange thing is, I actually spent most of my Saturday outside. It actually feels weird saying that. It's just bizarre because as a person, I'm not a weekend person. Um, but I feel like I'm slightly more motivated to help out my social anxiety. So when I see a chance that something is going on, in my city, that can that will that is that means being around other people, I want to take that chance, and I took it twice. Uh, it's just I'm so used to spending my weekends basically kind of like my weekdays, sheltered, and I don't want to live like this forever. And so yesterday, which was Saturday, there was I had the thing somewhere. Where did I put it? There was an event that, here it is. So there was a thing that happened yesterday called Cinco De Mayo. Actually, here's the English part. So it's like I don't really, I know it's like a celebration of Mexican heritage, but it also had to do with winning some war back in, I think it was in the 1800s. I don't I don't know all the facts, but I'm all for diversity, so of course I went. And let me say, it was frightening being around thousands of people. And the good thing though is I didn't have to travel far. I mean, the road that is only probably like a mile down from where I live, so it wasn't that far, but it was just, I actually challenged myself and I did it. I successfully did it. And it just feels weird saying that out loud. I mostly just stayed for the parade, which was like an hour and something, hour 20 minutes or something, because actually, um, after that, I wanted to do a second goal, which was to attend my very first social anxiety cognitive therapy meetup group. And because it would take a bus ride, a light rail, and then another bus ride to get there, I had to leave. Had to leave, a couple of hours early, especially since it's Saturday, which means reduced transportation like any other weekend. So I stayed for long enough for the parade, and then I had a couple of corn dogs and a large curly fries, which tasted absolutely amazing. Like getting food from like a festival, it's just like, I think it's like better than store bought. So I actually walked home. So what I ended up doing is I dubbed this outing as both as a social anxiety challenge and a depression walk. So I used my Nintendo 3DS XL to once again record my steps. Um, it didn't get completed from where I walked to coming back here, which was fine because I needed to come back out anyway. And even if I didn't, I would have went back out to finish my steps. So I came back here, and then I went to my first social anxiety meeting, and I was even more terrified. I don't know why, but I was even more terrified by being in a room of 8 people than I already was with being around hundreds of people, well, thousands. And I don't know why my social anxiety is just weird like that. I almost froze, and I got up to where I was near the building. The meetup was in this meeting room in the library. And right when I got to the library, I almost decided to just turn back around. I almost did it, but I didn't. I stayed. Um, I actually did talk during the meeting. I allowed myself to. Because, I mean, you can pass if you want to, if you don't feel comfortable, but I did it anyway. So, I had 2 success yesterday. Going to a Cinco De Mayo um, event, and then going to my social anxiety group right after that. So I killed 2 birds with 1 stone, basically. And I'm actually happy for, well, that's not happy because I don't feel happiness. I still feel empty inside, but I feel proud of myself that I found a challenge that took place outside of my apartment and I went for it. And this is something that I need to continue on doing, which is why I'm already planning on my next social anxiety challenge. Now, I can only probably afford doing one of this. So, let me just tell you the 2 options. One of them is going to a baseball game. The thing about social anxiety is that you can't just, I definitely can't challenge myself every single day. I'm feeling drained from yesterday. But I do need to do this on a regular basis, maybe 2-3 times a week at least. So I want to try to plan on doing something else to get me around a lot of people, because I am terrified of people, and I need to continue to do this regularly so I can continue to work on my fear. So I was thinking either I should go to a baseball game. Probably the next one that takes place here is not until the 14th though, or there is this anime convention at the end of the month that takes place for an entire weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, called Anna Minneapolis. I believe that's what it's called. And this thing looks amazing. I mean, like, just one price, you can go to every single event that takes place. There's going to be like, of course, there's going to be like video games and in celebration of anime, but there's going to be like a dance party or something. Now, this might be more effective because this will last an entire weekend. Unlike baseball, it'll last several hours and then it's over with. I will be around people all fucking weekend, and I think this is something I should do. I need to learn how to transition out of not doing anything on the weekends to at least doing one thing every couple of weeks. So yes, I'm trying to be more of a weekend person, but mainly because I need to challenge my social anxiety. So those are my next 2 options, and I'm looking forward to whatever